Are you ready to sacrifice who you are for who you will become? Eric Thomas.
Deposit was $213,000 and our boat loan was $100,000.
Alright, so it's early in the morning. I want to give you guys a little walkthrough of some of the stuff that we've been working on since we got the boat down in Oriental. A few small projects, nothing major, and then trying to clean the boat. So far, we have our kitchen sink reinstalled. The last one was kind of at a straight angle, so it was hard to get pots in there, so we threw in this one. It's got a little fancy thing. And then the galley is still a bit of a mess. Got pots, pans everywhere, but we're working on that. We got some foam inside here that we're going to use to replace all of the cushions. We got a couple cushions here that I'm sitting on, and as you can see, the boat is still quite a bit of a mess. Entertainment center over here all tore up. We did get a new TV installed, and apparently cleaning is 1 step forward, 8 steps back, because we have gotten nowhere on cleaning so far. But you know, working on that, I guess. And then one of the things I'm doing too is you see the big locker here. It's pretty deep, it's long, but what I want to do is put some shelves in. So I got this, put a cross member in here. I put another board over here to hold the shelves, and I cut some yesterday to go ahead and put down there, so we have like 2 layers. I'll keep boxes of like fuel filters and miscellaneous stuff that'll roll around below that, and then I'll have all my tools up on the top shelf so it's easy access in case we need to do something. And then over here, like I was saying, we got the entertainment center. I've been working on that a little bit. Here used to be an old stereo tuner like the one in your house, you know, a big black box, knobs. And then here was a DVD player, like an actual DVD player that hooked up to the television. So don't laugh, in 2003 when this boat was made, that was high technology, so that's what the boat came with. But we're replacing all that. We got our new TV, gonna put in a stereo system that actually plays DVD, so we're gonna hook that up to the DVD, got a Chromecast, all that stuff. And then I'm still tearing apart some of the electronics, running wires, because, you know, running wires is fun. Just kind of threw all the foam down here to keep it out of the way for now. You can see it's nice and yellow. That is the aged color that we like to go with. It's not old, it's just aged, but we're going to go replace that anyway. Alright, so one of the projects we're trying to fix is the port cabin. So there was some damage from a light, and then we also want to replace the mattress and some of the other headliner around here, which has turned into actually quite the project. As you can see, it's a little dark right now. As I move underneath the mattress that I have in front of us, we have a couple lights here. This is the old one, and this is the new one. And as you can see, it kind of burnt the headliner a little bit here because somebody had it laying up against here with the light on. And the old incandescent lights are hot, not like LED lights. So now, lucky me, I have to rip all this off the wall and then put up another piece. And you can kind of see the headliner that we've ripped out already too, that we're going to replace. There's a nice little burnt spot right there where the light used to be. This is where the light was sitting, and then the head of it was pushed up against this wall. So I'll have to do something about that too. So I got the ceiling all done. I got 2 lights put in, bed back in, 2 lights put in over there, and a new headliner put along the wall. Looking fancy. Now that you're caught up to speed on what we've done with Unwritten Timeline since we've been here in Oriental a little bit, there's more to that, but that's just a once over the world of what we've been up to. We'd like to talk to you about our finances and how we intend to fund our trip around the world.
Money, money, money! Our boat cost was $385,000. The boat deposit was $213,000 and our boat loan was $172,000. We set aside for refit money about $20,500, and this was to include boat insurance, boat slip fees, and upgrades that we were going to do.
So we actually started saving for this trip quite a while ago. Back in Washington, I don't know what year that was, 2010, 11 or something like that. It's kind of when we really started saving, and we saw Dave Ramsey and liked his ideas on finances and how to get out of debt and all that stuff. So we kind of started doing it there. I definitely wouldn't say we were gazelles by any means, but
No.
but that kind of got the ball rolling. So, if you're looking for somebody to help you out, get out of debt, be sure to look him up. Now,
He was great because he helped us. We used the Total Money Makeover to help set a household budget and put ourselves on an allowance, and then we did have a $1,000 emergency fund too.
yeah, we also tried to get extra work. We drove for Uber for a little bit. Didn't make a ton of money, but it was something we did whenever we were off work. So part-time, basically on the weekends, is really the only time we did it. A lot of our money came from selling our houses. We sold our motorcycles. I had a 12-foot enclosed trailer. We got rid of that. Basically, we got rid of all of our worldly possessions that we had.
Everything we own, basically.
Yeah, in order to fund fund the trip. And then we also took out a loan against our TSP, which is basically the military 401k plan, and also to help us for the down payment and to do some of the refit.
So let's take a look at the numbers. So to get us started, our annual income, this is our annual income. So David's annual income for 2017 was $62,619. My annual income was $39,998. That gave us a total income of $102,605. So that's basically just from our land jobs working annually.
Yeah.
For our boat kitty, I'll set that one over here.
Yeah, so you can kind of see some of our numbers here. The Colorado house we had for the longest time, which is why we got a big chunk of money out of that. So 172 from there. Washington house, we got 50,000 from that. And then you can see the TSP loan withdrawals that I was talking about earlier. So we took out 41 and 17.5 from our TSPs, and that was a loan that we'll pay back. Then also for the estate sale, we got around $20,000, and then for Uber this year, we got around $500.
That gives us a grand total of $301,000, and that's a pretty good estimate, approximately $301,000 to put towards our boat kitty. So for our cruising money, the primary source of income that we plan on using is our military retirement and our savings.
Yeah.
We're using these monies to basically, that's what's mainly funding our journey around the world.
Yeah, so the other stuff, we do have YouTube that's monetized. We have a Patreon site. We sell, or we have an Amazon affiliate link. So anytime you are looking to buy something from Amazon, you can use our affiliate link. It costs you no extra money, and then we get a small commission on that. We also have a Zazzle storefront where you can buy all of your high-speed, nice Unwritten Timeline merchandise. We got shirts and towels and all sorts of stuff.
Don't forget your Lisa's ladle.
Oh, yeah, you got to get your Lisa's ladle dish towel and all the mugs.
Apron. You want to start cooking?
But all that money, that isn't funding our trip at all. If we don't get a dime from any of that stuff, we are still going to take this boat and we are still going to sail around the world. We just use that money to help increase our production value and hopefully entertainment value for you guys.
And 25% of the proceeds are going to go to the Disabled American Veterans and the Wounded Warrior Fund. This is our way of giving back to those who give so much and sometimes the ultimate sacrifice. So we want to be able to help our military compadres.
Yeah, being in the military for 20 plus years, you want to give back, and so this is a good way for us to do it. So any of the proceeds we get from those extra funding sources will go towards that. If you do want to see any of the actual numbers, be sure to check out our site, UnwrittenTimeline.com, and there's a finance pages on there, and we break it down month to month. We track all of our expenses, so you can see what we spend on maintenance and fuel or dockage or whatever, for example. So you can kind of use those numbers to figure out maybe what would be a good estimate for you.
And it's broken down almost to the penny. One of the things that we are going to do that with our budget while we are cruising is we're still going to have an IRA that we're going to contribute to monthly. That way when we do reach retirement age, we have some money coming from that also.
The TSP that we were talking about that we took a loan, we're going to roll that over into an IRA as well and then still make monthly contributions to that.
Next week's episodes are going to start our 4-part series where we interview everybody that helped us purchase Unwritten Timeline. So we're going to do the broker, the financier, the insurance, and the surveyor. Next week is going to be an interview with Will Miller, our broker that we use for this boat. So be sure to not miss that.
A lot of great information. Some of the stuff that I wasn't a part of when we were doing all the behind the scenes trying to buy the boat. David did most of that legwork and most of that work. So I was watching the videos thinking, oh wow, I didn't know that. And I learned a lot myself. So hopefully it's a lot of really good information for you guys. And then as always, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video or if you got anything out of it. And then remember to join us on our journey by subscribing. Subscribe, baby.
That's right. And we'll see you guys next time.